Welcome back to Next Bike World, the place where we dive deep into the latest and greatest motorcycles from across the globe. Today, we're checking out one of the most anticipated machines in the motocross world, the 2026 Suzuki RM-Z 450. Known for its racing pedigree, consistent performance, and sharp handling, the RM-Z 450 has long been a favorite among riders who crave track domination. With the 2026 model, Suzuki isn't reinventing the wheel, but they've fine-tuned their flagship motocrosser to stay competitive against rivals like Honda's CRF450R, Yamaha's YZ450F, and KTM's SXF lineup. So let's break down what makes this new RM-Z stand out, how it rides, and whether it's worth your hard-earned cash. First impressions are everything, and visually the 2026 RM-Z 450 sticks to Suzuki's traditional motocross identity. The iconic yellow and blue color scheme returns, but this year it has sharper graphics, more aggressive lines, and a leaner overall stance. It looks race-ready straight from the factory. The plastics are slim, the shrouds are tighter to the frame, and Suzuki has made small tweaks to improve rider movement across the bike. Ergonomics play a huge role in motocross, and the RM-Z continues to give riders a balanced and predictable platform whether you're blasting through corners or attacking a rhythm section. The bike looks mean, purposeful, and aggressive, which is exactly what you want when lining up at the gate. At the heart of the RM-Z 450 is the tried-and-true 449cc, liquid-cooled, 4-stroke, single-cylinder engine. Suzuki has refined it for 2026 with improved mapping and a reworked exhaust system, aimed at delivering crisper throttle response and a bit more punch in the mid-range. This bike has always been known for its smooth, linear power delivery, and Suzuki isn't abandoning that formula. Instead, they've added just enough refinement to keep up with the sharper engines from the competition. You're not getting the most raw horsepower in the class, but what you are getting is extremely usable power that makes the RM-Z friendly for a wide range of riders. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a serious racer, the motor feels strong, consistent, and predictable, which helps reduce fatigue during longer motos. One of the RM-Z's standout features continues to be its handling. Suzuki has a reputation for building bikes that corner exceptionally well, and the 2026 model sticks to that tradition. The aluminum twin-spar frame has been stiffened slightly to improve feedback and reduce flex in high-impact situations, while the swing arm and suspension settings have been recalibrated to give more control on rough tracks. The Showa coil spring front fork and shock are fully adjustable, and Suzuki has revalved them for improved compliance. The front end feels planted, and the bike tracks through ruts with precision. Riders who love carving corners will instantly feel at home on this machine, because the RM-Z has that razor-sharp turning ability that's been its calling card for years. Some may argue that the suspension still lags slightly behind the air fork setups on KTM and Kawasaki models, but Suzuki's choice of a traditional spring system gives reliability and consistency, which many riders prefer. Electronics have become a big talking point in modern motocross, and Suzuki has made sure the RM-Z 450 isn't left behind. The 2026 model carries over the Suzuki Holeshot Assist control system, which offers multiple launch settings to help maximize starts depending on track conditions. It also includes Suzuki's fuel coupler system, allowing riders to quickly swap between different fueling maps without complex tuning equipment. This makes it easier to adapt the bike to different tracks or weather conditions. Some might say it's not as advanced as Yamaha's smartphone-based tuning app, but Suzuki's approach is refreshingly simple and rider-friendly. It's all about giving you the tools you need to perform without overwhelming you with unnecessary tech. When it comes to braking, Suzuki has equipped the RM-Z 450 with strong, confidence-inspiring components. The front end gets a 270mm wave rotor with a dual-piston caliper, delivering plenty of stopping power, while the rear uses a 240mm rotor. Combined with the bike's balanced chassis, the braking performance feels sharp and controlled, allowing riders to dive into corners with confidence. This precision braking, paired with the RM-Z's nimble handling, makes it a weapon on tight, technical tracks. Weight is always a factor in motocross, and while Suzuki hasn't managed to shave as many pounds as some of its competitors, the 2026 RM-Z 450 comes in at a competitive number just over 247 pounds wet. It's not the absolute lightest in the class, but the excellent mass centralization helps make the bike feel lighter than the scale suggests. Riders often comment that the RM-Z feels incredibly stable yet agile, striking a nice balance that few bikes manage to achieve. Durability and reliability are also part of Suzuki's DNA. Riders who choose the RM-Z know they're getting a bike that can take the abuse of aggressive riding week after week without constant issues. Maintenance is straightforward. Parts are widely available, and Suzuki has a long track record of building engines that just keep going. For privateer racers and riders who want to spend more time on the track than in the garage, that's a major selling point. Now, let's talk about price. The 2026 Suzuki RM-Z 450 comes in at around $9,599 in the US market, making it one of the more affordable bikes in the 450 motocross class. Compared to premium offerings from KTM and Husqvarna that can creep well past $11,000, the RM-Z delivers excellent value. You're getting a race-ready machine at a price point that's friendlier to the wallet, which is a huge plus for younger riders and privateers who have to factor in maintenance costs, spare parts, and travel expenses. So, who is the 2026 RM-Z 450 really for? If you're chasing the absolute bleeding edge of horsepower and want the latest in electronic gadgetry, you might gravitate toward Yamaha or KTM. But if you want a machine that corners like it's on rails, delivers reliable and usable power, and comes at a competitive price point, the RM-Z is hard to beat. It's a rider's bike, one that rewards skill, precision, and consistency. For those who value handling, stability, and straightforward performance, it's an incredibly appealing package. Overall, the 2026 Suzuki RM-Z 450 is a bike that stays true to its roots while keeping up with modern motocross demands. It doesn't chase trends or try to reinvent itself every year, but it builds on what riders already love about the RM-Z family: razor-sharp handling, predictable power, and bulletproof reliability. At its price point, it's one of the best value propositions in the 450 class, especially for riders who don't want to spend thousands more for marginal gains. If you're looking for a solid motocross machine that delivers on the track without draining your bank account, the RM-Z 450 deserves a serious look. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2026 Suzuki RM-Z 450. What do you think of Suzuki's latest 450 motocrosser? Does its combination of sharp handling and great value win you over? Or do you think it needs more tech to keep up with the competition? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update from Next Bike World. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next ride.